Summer has arrived and it has me feeling so inspired to crochet. And when I hear those two words together, summer and crochet, I immediately think accessories, because accessories are quick and easy projects that can really elevate your summer look. I've curated a list of 5 different categories with over 15 free crochet patterns included. All of these patterns were compiled into one single blog post with all links to the patterns within that. That is included in the description box below, so please go check it out if you're interested in any of these patterns. Also keep in mind that the photos that I share within this video are not my own, but the creators themselves. Oh, and my name is Abby, by the way. I'm the creator and designer behind So Homey. I like to create these videos periodically and just compile some of the patterns that I myself am interested in. The first category is pouches. I think pouches are the perfect summer accessory because if you're like me, you're busy and you're hopping from activity to activity, and sometimes you just need the essentials all in one place so that you can throw it from bag to bag. It can fit in a purse or it can fit in a much larger tote bag. I just think it's much easier whenever it comes to organizing your things. So the first pattern that I have for you is called the geometric zip pouch. And this is by Sheila Hool. It is a stunning design. She uses a beautiful, I think it's a tapestry crochet technique whenever you carry all of the colorful yarns as you crochet. So it's gonna be a very sturdy fabric. And I also love how she used fabric, this faux leather, to create the base of this bag. It just, adding those 2 different textures really elevates the look of this, and you could play with the colors to make it your own. So this pattern is a perfect example of what I think a summer pouch would look like. This pattern only comes written via her blog post, but she has so many helpful resources in there. She has a lot of photos to really help explain what it is she's talking about. She even shows you how to sew the lining with the zipper on top and how to sew that inside of the crocheted pouch. I definitely think you should check it out if you like the look of this bag. Next up is the Mary Jane series, and this is a collection of 3 different patterns that I created with 3 different sizes and uses in mind. The first is a coin purse. And all of these utilize the flex frame, which is this little thing, which you sew to the top. But I can't find my coin purse. I think it's in my car with some coins in it. But I wanted to kind of show you the size of this. If you don't have the flex frames, you can also just make a chain of stitches and weave it through the top and do something similar. But this is the coin purse size. And all 3 of these patterns use the marguerite stitch or the star stitch. So beautiful. I think it's very summery as well. Also, I made a sunglasses case. It is soft, so you don't necessarily want to throw it into your bag, maybe the top of your bag. I have done that before, but it's not something you want to get lost since it is a soft fabric, but I think it's very pretty. And again, the flex frame is just so much fun to use. And so that's 2 different sizes. And then the third uses a much larger flex frame, but this one is perfect for those bigger items, maybe like chapstick, lip gloss. This would also fit like a hand lotion or, you know, something like that. I think your phone would fit too. Whoop. Yeah, your phone fits as well. I didn't actually think of that. Yeah, this one is the perfect size for throwing in some larger items that you need to keep organized and then throwing this into a larger bag. So these are the 3 different sizes, 3 different patterns. They are all free on my blog. I also made tutorials showing you how to crochet all 3 of these. So I think those are a fun project, and those definitely go by very quickly. You can finish those within like a few hours. Next pattern is the crochet zipper pouch by Ned and Mimi. And I have featured this particular pattern in my stash busting project video, which I'll link for you if you're interested. I just love the look of this pattern. It uses, I think, 4 different colors of yarn, so it makes the perfect stash busting project if you have a lot of yarn just lying around. And I think the moss stitch just, and the color combinations, there's just something about it that I really love. This one also combines the fabric lining and zipper, and then you sew that to the crocheted pouch. This pouch is easily customizable. Obviously you can make it bigger or smaller. You can change the different colors. It's just the perfect size to throw into your bag and help keep your essentials organized. Branching off of pouches, we have totes. What is summer without a tote bag? I mean, if you're going to the beach or the pool or the market, you need a big sturdy bag to help you carry those bulkier items. The first pattern is the Sun City bag by Life is Cozy. And I just think that the straw look, the round shape, and just the oversizedness of this pattern just really make it look so summery. You could take it to the market, to the beach, to the pool, or for an outing at lunch. I just think that this is a great multi-purpose bag, perfect for the summer. These next two patterns, I'm going to feature my own designs because I just recently finished them and I'd really love to show them off. The first of which is this tote bag that you have been eyeing this entire video. You're probably wondering when I would bring it up, but now is the perfect time. This is a new pattern that I have yet to write, but I did recently crochet it. And it's this massive tote bag that I am using for my swim bag. So if I open it up, it opens to be this ginormous bag that fits 2 towels in here, swimsuits, goggles, you know, all those essential items. And this is perfect because this helps me to keep my gym bag separate from my swim bag. So I don't have to remember to throw my shower shoes into the other one. I already have sandals in here. I don't have to remember where my goggles are at. It's all just in this big tote bag. But like I said, this one was recently crocheted. I haven't written the pattern for it just yet, so it doesn't have a name yet. I'd really love your help. If you have something in mind, let me know in the comments below. The second pattern is called the Sandbox Tote, or at least I haven't 100% committed to that. So if you have any other ideas for a name, please let me know. But this is it. It has this fun mesh detail. I originally designed this as a market bag because I was going to the farmer's market a lot and I wanted a reusable bag that I could just throw into my car and I could grab it as necessary. So that's what I was kind of thinking with this, but this version also ended up bigger and I did want a sturdy base for it. So I think that this is also a perfect tote bag to carry around to the beach. It is big enough to fit a towel and a swimsuit, sunscreen, all that stuff. But it's just a different shape. It's definitely more flexible than another tote bag like this one. But this is the Sandbox Tote. This pattern is coming out very soon. I'm in the process of finishing up the written pattern, but I will have a tutorial for this one as well as a written pattern. So I will link that down below for you. That finishes up the patterns for tote bags, which brings us to the next category, which is bandanas. It seems like bandanas have become very popular in the knitting world recently. I have seen multiple versions pop up, but since this is a video on crochet projects, I found 2 patterns that are crochet versions of bandanas. The first pattern in this category is the Scout Kerchief by Melissa of Woods and Wool. Her version is very simple, but very classic. I like that she used only one color and she used a fingering weight yarn, so it's gonna be very lightweight and comfortable on your neck. It also seems like the perfect stash busting project because it doesn't require a lot of yarn, but I like that hers is the classic bandana shape, so you could wear it multiple ways where you have it knotted in the front, or you can flip it around where you have the longer piece in the front. Either way, I think looks really good. The next and final pattern in this category is the Neckerchief by Mama in a Stitch. This one is stunning as well, but it has a different shape. She was going for more of the classic silk scarf look that you just tie around your neck. But since it's a crochet version, she didn't want to create a square. She went with a slender rectangle with shaping on the ends, because this was a way to get the same shape as the silk scarf, but keeping it lightweight as well. It's also perfectly customizable because you can make it longer or wider, just depending on how you want it to look. The next category is bucket hats, and I think these are fun summer accessories. I just like to look at them. I've seen a lot floating around out there. You could use this as a stash busting project and, you know, crochet in stripes. I've seen a lot of different versions. You could choose a monochrome color, or you can choose to make it with granny squares like Jenna Phipps did. So that's the first pattern that I'd like to show you. Or it's not a written pattern. She did make a video on this, and I have it linked in the blog post if you want to watch it. It's a lot of fun to watch her go through that process. Essentially, you crochet the number of granny squares that you need that will fit around your head, and then you crochet the top of the hat to those granny squares, and then you crochet the brim. And she experienced a floppy brim, so she found out a way to stiffen it that she really liked, and she shares that with you in that video. It's had a lot of fun watching that video, and she really simplifies the process of crocheting a bucket hat, so definitely give that a watch. And next up is Easy Crochet Bucket Hat by Sarah Maker. This is more of the classic looking bucket hat that you might think of, and I really like this version. She just used white, very simple. Her tutorial is written and it has pictures, and she goes through the whole process. It looks very simple. I think this is a perfect beginner friendly project as well, and it would also go very quickly, so you could probably spend a few hours and have a hat by the end of the day. Next up, we have Crochet Bucket Hat by Craft Passion. This takes the classic bucket hat to a different level. She added a different crochet pattern along the base of the hat, which just gives it a totally different look. I really love how sturdy it is as well. She used a raffia yarn, so it's going to be a little sturdier, though you won't have to worry about the hat losing its shape. But this one looks like such a fun project. We have made it to the final category of this video, and that is earrings. I think earrings are probably the easiest way that you can accessorize for the summer, and they're also some of the easiest projects that you can crochet. So the first one that we have is the boho earrings by You Should Craft. I chose this pattern because it's super unique in the way that she created the wood base of this pattern. And she has this laser cutting machine that she made a template for, and I believe she includes that in the pattern itself as well. But basically it just cuts out the design that she wanted, and then she used that piece of wood to crochet a little design onto, and then added the little fish hook earring part. Now, if you're like me and you don't have a fancy laser cutting tool to make the shape that she has here, well, you're in luck, because she does also link you to a different version of something similar so that you can create the same look for yourself. But I think she did a really good job of blending two different mediums of, you know, laser cutting the wood into crochet. It's just a very unique pattern. I haven't seen anything like that, so I really wanted to feature that one here. The next pattern is Gold Earrings by Persia Lou, and if you like earrings, you should definitely check out her blog. She has other earring patterns as well, all available for free. I actually featured another pair or two in a different blog post, which actually just covers 15 different patterns of earrings. So I'll link that down below. That will highlight a few more options for you if you're interested. Anyway, back to these gold earrings. I think that they are stunning. The crochet pattern she has written in her blog post, and she has it step by step, and they look very easy to crochet the base part. But then I really love how she added a bead to the end of it. It just makes it look more refined, and I think that they look very stunning and would be perfect for a summer evening. The final pattern that I have for you is for these pineapple earrings. I actually meant to be wearing them the entire video, but I completely forgot and they've just been sitting in front of me. These were designed by me and these bring back so many memories. It was my very first pattern to write and my very first tutorial and very first video actually to ever film and edit and publish on YouTube. So I do walk you through the entire process on how to crochet these. I also have it written in a blog post step by step, but small summer fruits are always just so fun and so cute and adorable, and it seems I always get a compliment whenever I wear these. That brings this video to a close. I hope that you found a pattern that you're interested in. Please let me know which category you liked best in the comments below, and give me any suggestions on other patterns that I should add to this list as well. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.